Hi students, I am A. Samuel Silvan, Department of Physics. Students, in this video we are going to discuss about 8th standard physics, chapter 6, heat transfer. The learning objectives are thermal expansion of liquids with the help of one activity, and second we are going to discuss about the relative expansion of different types of liquids with the help of activity, and third we are going to discuss about thermal expansion of gases with an activity. So students, first we are going to discuss about thermal expansion of liquids. So already we discussed about solids, thermal expansion of solids. Like solids, liquids also expands on heating. So when we heat the water into the burner, the water level is increased after it gets boiling point. So what will be happened during heated the water, the volume is increases, the increase in dimension, so that the increase in dimension of a liquid on being heated is called thermal expansion of the liquid. So next we should know the types. Liquid has only volume. Already we know that liquid has only volume because it takes shape of the container. So when we heated the water, the volume of the water is increased. That means volume is increased. So when the volume is increased, that is cubical expansion. There are different types of expansion are there. In liquids, the volume is increases. When the volume is increases, it's said to be cubical expansion. So students, keep it in your mind, increase in volume is called cubical expansion. Next, some of the common example they are given here. So traditionally we know that the thermometer, that means mercury thermometer. So in our day-to-day life we are not using these kinds of thermometer. In olden days we used these kinds of thermometer. The thermometer contains mercury on the bulb. So what will happen when we place it into our mouth? The bulb of the thermometer heats up. The heat is conducted to the liquid. So when the thermometer is placed in our mouth, the body temperature affects the mercury to expand. The expand mercury is rises in the thermometer and it will shows our body temperature. So this causes liquid to expand, forcing it to rise up the thermometer. So students, however, different rates of expansion for the same rise in temperature. So the temperature is different for different object. You can see that the second picture. From that picture you can easily understand the temperature is different for different object because the molecular vibration is different for different object. So we are going to do some activity to observe the difference in expansion in different liquids. So students, next I am going to do one activity. The aim of the activity is to observe expansion in liquids, to observe expansion in liquids. So for this we needed the materials: a glass flask fitted with a one holded rubber car, a thin glass tube and water. You can see that the picture, this is the glass flask is fitted with a one hole rubber car. With the help of the one hole rubber car, I am going to insert the thin glass tube, and this glass flask is filled with water. So what you have to do? So the procedure for this activity is, first I am going to fix a capillary tube passing through a car in a round bottom flask. So it is fixed. The round bottomed flask half filled with water. You can see that the picture, that is the A level. The A level indicates the initial volume of the water. It's kept on the wire gauze. You can see that the picture, that is the wire gauze. Then next I am going to heat the flask with the help of a spirit lamp. You can see this. This is the spirit lamp. I am going to heat this flask. What will be happen? So the observations are, liquids like water expand and rise up in the capillary tube. You can see that the picture, when we heated, the level of the water is increased. The from the beginning level to initial level to, it will rise up because of the temperature, because of the heat. The temperature is increased. When the temperature is increased, the level of the water is also increased. So students, from this activity we can get the inference is, this experiment proves that liquid expands on heating. So next I am going to do the second activity. the activity is related to the relative expansion of different types of liquids. So the aim of the activity is to study the relative expansion of different types of liquids. So what all the material is needed for this experiment? The material is required three identical round bottomed glass flasks fixed with narrow stem, different liquids such as oil, water, alcohol, and finally we need a water bath. Okay, so for this experiment we need three identical round bottomed glass flasks with narrow stem and different liquids such as oil, water, and alcohol. So finally we need a water bath. So how we have to do this activity? The procedures are: take three identical round bottomed glass flasks. You can see that the picture, three round bottomed glass flask is filled with different liquids such as water. The one round glass filled with water, another one is the alcohol, then finally third one is filled with oil. The three rounded identical round bottom glass flask are placed in water bath. So arrange them side by side in a water bath and heat the water. Now I am going to heat the water. What will be happen? Observe the level of the liquid in each flask carefully. So when we heated, we have to carefully watch the level of the liquids. So after heating, the observations are, it can be observed that the amount of expansion is different for different liquids. You can see that the picture, water has some level it's raised. The water level is raised. Ether, it's some height or raised. Benzene, ethanol, the four liquids has different expansions. So from this activity, we can understand the experiment proves that different types of liquids expand by the different amounts. So next, I'm going to discuss about the second topic, thermal expansion of gases. So students, like solids, liquids, so gases is also undergo with the cubical expansion on heating. So cubical means volume is increases. When we heated, the volume is increases. When the volume is increases, that is we call it as cubical expansion. In fact, they expand much more than solid and liquids. So students, compare with the solid and liquids, the gases are expands more. So we are going to do some activity to observe the thermal expansion in gases. So this is the third activity. The aim of the activity is to show that gases expands on heating. So what are the materials needed? A metal can, a balloon, a Bunsen burner, and a tripod stand. You can see that the picture, these are all the material needed. This material, with the help of this material, we are going to do this activity. You can see that the procedure of this activity. First, I am going to fix the balloon around the neck of the empty metal can. You can see the picture. So like that, I am going to fix the balloon. Second, I am going to heat the can by using the burner. So what will be happen when we heat the can with the burner? The can is empty. Empty means the can is contains air inside it. So when we heat it, the air is started to vibrate. When it started to vibrate, it started to expand. When the air is expand, the balloon automatically is blows out. So from this activity, we can get these observations. It will rise into the balloon and blows it. So when the heat is removed from the balloon, the volume of air decreases and hence the balloon contracts. You can see that the second picture, when the heat is removed, the volume of air is decreases and hence the balloons contracts. So students, from this activity we can easily understand gases expands on heating. So thank you children for your listening.